in his living room. That's some Jimmy Swagger pussy you got there. Whatever goes in there comes out sanctified. In a diner. There's not enough water in Biscayne Bay to wash the filth off of you. In a parking lot outside Howard Johnson's. I'd ask you for a blowjob, but I don't have any change. Then he spit on my face, and he held my arms against my body so I couldn't wipe it off. Another afternoon, he gripped my arms so tight that he left bruises like fingerprints. And one night, he dragged me across his bedroom floor by the hair. I could have left at any time. I stayed 2 years. I took my punishment. I took my punishment. I took my punishment. You know, I had it easy in high school. I never had any of what today they're calling slut shaming. Nobody jeered at me in the hall. There were no taunts, no sneers. I managed to cross over to the boys' side of the double standard. I was a stud. I only slept with the alpha boys. The smartest, the funniest, the best looking, captain of the football team, captain of the baseball team, star of the hockey team, star of the tennis team. And when I ran out of stars of our high school teams, I took on the opposing teams. But even though nobody was whispering slut in the study hall in my ear, it doesn't mean I didn't hear it in a larger culture. So when I was 31 years old, I found a man in Kiss me deadly, look into my eyes, leave me hypnotized, take my breath away. But the Black Dahlia was not stuffed into a suitcase. If you've read the book, The Black Dahlia, by James Ellroy, he chronicles in detail all the grotesque elements of the murder. And a few years ago, I had the opportunity to interview Ellroy. And I was looking for answers from him, not just to my questions, but to my obsessions. Why is it so thrilling to have sex with strangers? Does a girl have to be dead to be beautiful? So for the interview, I booked a room in a seedy motel on Biscayne Boulevard, where this 31-year-old addict had been murdered while she was turning tricks to feed her habit. And then in June 2001, her body was found stuffed in a suitcase off the highway in Cooper City. So I rented exactly that room where she was killed, and I got it before the interview, and I tried to spend the night. And there was, on the carpet, there were stains that I thought, wow, those really might be the stains. But I couldn't stay there. I just couldn't bring myself to slide between those dingy sheets. So when I finally got to sit down with Ellroy, let me first tell you, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. But when I sat down with Ellroy in that room, I had the most intense urge to smoke a cigarette. It's like I wanted that symbol, the most elegant symbol of self-destruction. What's so thrilling about sex with strangers? He said, you don't want to be a junkie prostitute, and I don't want to be a street freak. But there's something thrilling about touching that dark element of human desire and being able to maintain some kind of immunity from it. Does a girl have to be dead to be beautiful? No, 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 he insisted. The most beautiful figure in literature is a vibrant, alive woman. He was all about resurrection. He wanted his books to bring back these lives of women who've been snuffed out too soon. we hung out a while outside his hotel, and it was already night, and we were by the bay, and there was this breeze coming off the bay. And he started telling me that when he was 8 years old, he remembered that his mother had been murdered, his mother took him to Ensenada, which is this coastal town in Mexico. And he remembered they were eating shrimp, and there was a breeze, and he said her shawl kept falling off her shoulder. And he picked up my shawl, which had fallen off my shoulder, and he said, "You bear an uncanny resemblance to my mother." Kiss me deadly, hold me in your arms, slay me with your charms, take my breath away. The message read, not exactly neighbors, but I had to say hi. He was writing to me from New Orleans, where he was born. And even though he was from New Orleans, in his picture, he had a beard and he had these dark glasses. He looked like Brooklyn to me. His writing was erudite, his taste in music arcane, and it took him about 3 exchanges to figure out my dead girl thing. Favorite movies? Blade Runner, Angel Heart. He had me at film noir. I was ready to hop on a plane right then. But he held me off. Instead, he would call me up late at night and whisper dark fantasies in his Bourbon Street drawl. Now, I've never been one for fantasies. I feel if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Why sit around by yourself? So I bought him a ticket to Miami, and he didn't come. For 6 months, I stopped having real sex and just waited for this guy to send me texts and emails. He would tell me what kinds of photographs he wanted me to take. He would tell me what kinds of video he wanted me to shoot. He would ask me to construct creepy scenarios. He said he liked smeared mascara. He liked messed up lipstick. I was the dead girl. He was the detective who showed up first on the scene. And he would find me there alone, naked, and he couldn't resist. Finally, I got a paper accepted at a conference in New Orleans. So, I'm going out there, I rented a room in a bed and breakfast, Victorian house, with a 4-poster canopy bed. And he starts sending me these emails about how he's going to tie me to the posts and ravish me. But then when I'm on the plane, he sends me a text message that says, "I don't have anyone to watch my kid. Sorry, I'll see you later." So he's going to see me later that night. Then he's going to see me the next day. Then he's going to see me the next night. Finally, 2 days into my trip, I see him. He asked me to go to this bar that's across the street from the Catholic school where he works. So we're in the bar, and he looks at me. And you remember that yellow dress from the last scene? That's what I was wearing. And he says, "You look better than your pictures." And he starts caressing my thighs under the bar table. But the whole time he's looking out the window to the Catholic school, where a group of convicts have been sent by the New Orleans parish, or I don't know what, some kind of deal where they're working for free. And they're setting up a tent for a fundraiser the next day at his Catholic school. So they finish setting up the tent, and off they go. And he says, "Okay, let's go lock up." So he takes me to the Catholic school. And even in the dark, I can see that the hallway is lined with these little crayon drawings by the kids. And he pushes me against the wall. He starts kissing me. Ooh. And he opens my dress, and he's kissing my breast. And then he says, "Oh, gotta go." So he walks me to my bicycle, which a friend had given me, and he gets in his car, and I watch him, and he checks his voicemail, and he drives off without even looking back. Evening is falling, the happiness. Say the word and I'll throw myself in. Kiss me deadly. Look into my eyes. Leave me hypnotized. Take my breath away. Kiss me deadly. Hold me in your arms. Slay me with your charms. Take my breath away. Deep in the forest, the shadows creep over us. No one can hear a girl scream. Shelter me from above, smother me with your love. Leave me forever to dream. Kiss me deadly. Look into my eyes. Leave me hypnotized. Take my breath away. Kiss me deadly. Hold me in your arms. Slay me with your charms. Take my